Alrighty then, day 26. I figured that I'd start these videos actually. That's the way when I was doing the videos in car, when I was saying what I'm doing and how I'm doing with them. But today is 10th of March 2024. 26 days of semen retention. 26 days of intermittent fasting, 18 to 6. 26 days of bioenergetic prayer, or well, not 26 days of that bioenergetic prayer. It's been meditation before, but now I've changed bioenergetic prayer, so bioenergetic prayer is something like 5 days. Bioenergetics instead of coffee, 23 days. No junk food at all, 26 days, unless you count that self-made pizza, homemade pizza with good ingredients that I did with my friends as junk food. Then that failed, but I don't count it as, because for me junk food is something that has bad ingredients, something that is junk, something that is just garbage, junk. Cold shower, 18 days. My tap has been on the coldest setting for 18 days and it has not left from that. So yeah, those are those. And also I've been doing some self-reflecting again, like I do every day. And I figured something out about myself. That I'm not actually the INFJ that I've been thinking myself as, but I actually resonate big time with INFP. INFP, these are based on the, I will read from in a moment from this, but these are based on the Myers-Briggs personality types, which are based on Carl Jung's psychology. So the personality type that I identify most with is this one, INFP, mediator. I've been mediator my pretty much whole life. When I was young, my grandma and my mother used to have some arguments and I was always the one trying to get some solution between them. So this has been me for a long time, but I've not seen it. And for some reason now, reading this, I completely resonate this. It's crazy. It's really interesting, but I'm gonna read from this. I'm gonna hold my phone here, so I won't be like this. I'll have a good posture and read like this. But I will be reading from my phone, so apologies for not looking to camera, but I cannot memorize all of this. And all of this needs to be exactly the way it's said here, because this is just too great. I recommend you also to go check this website out and figure out which personality type mostly resonates with you. But yeah, let's begin. Mediator. Introduction. Who is the INFP personality type? INFP, mediator, is a personality type with the introverted, intuitive, feeling and prospecting traits. These rare personality types tend to be quiet, open-minded and imaginative, and they apply a caring and creative approach to everything they do. Although they may seem quiet or unassuming, people with the INFP personality type, mediators, have vibrant, passionate inner lives. Creative and imaginative, they happily lose themselves in daydreams, inventing all sorts of stories and conversation in their mind. INFP are known for their sensitivity. These personalities can have profound emotional responses to music, art, nature, and the people around them. They are known to be extremely sentimental and nostalgic, often holding on to special keepsakes and memorabilia that brighten their days and fill their heart with joy. For me it's not been like that. For me it's been the complete opposite, focusing on the bad things. But I should actually just focus on the good things. Idealistic and empathic people with INFP personality type long for deepful, soulful relationships, and they feel called to help others. My whole reason in the first place to start doing those NoFap videos was because I found, when I was in the darkest place of my life, videos by Elliot Halls helpful, and from many others helpful. So I felt a need to start doing my own videos to help someone else. So yeah, I'm gonna continue now. Due to the fast-paced and competitive nature of our society, they may sometimes feel lonely or invisible. Adrift in a world that doesn't seem to appreciate the traits that make them unique, it is precisely because INFPs brim with such rich sensitivity and profound creativity that they possess the unique potential to connect deeply and initiate positive change. Then there is a quote from J.R. Tolkien: "All that is gold does not glitter, not all those who wander are lost. The old that is strong does not wither, deep roots are not reached by the frost." Gift of empathy. INFP personalities share a sincere curiosity about the depths of human nature. Introspective to the core, they are exquisitely attuned to their own thoughts and feelings, but they yearn to understand the people around them as well. INFPs are compassionate and non-judgmental, always willing to hear another person's story. When someone opens up to them or turns to them for comfort, they feel honored to listen and to be of help. Empathy is among the INFP personality type's greatest gifts, but at times it can be a liability. The troubles of the world weigh heavily on their shoulders, and these personalities can be vulnerable to internalizing other people's negative moods or mindsets. Unless they learn to set boundaries, INFPs may feel overwhelmed by just how many wrongs there are that need to be set right. That is me 100%. I noticed that my hair is not completely, I'm not fully in the picture though. I will be here. Maybe this is much better, yeah. Speaking their truth. Few things make INFP's personalities more uneasy than pretending to be someone they aren't. With their sensitivity and their commitment to authenticity, people with this personality type tend to crave opportunities for creative self-expression. The whole reason why I started doing those videos back in 2015. It all makes sense now. It comes as no surprise then that many famous INFPs are poets, writers, actors and artists. They can't help but to muse about the meaning and purpose of life, dreaming up all sorts of stories, ideas and possibilities along the way. And there's a quote here or something, some intersection here. INFPs have a talent for self-expression. They may reveal their innermost thoughts and secrets through metaphors and fictional characters. But for me, I'm not doing it through fictional characters or metaphors. I'm doing them through this character, through me. Through these imaginative landscapes, these soulful personalities can explore their own inner nature as well as their place in the world. While this is a beautiful trait, INFPs sometimes show a tendency to daydream and fantasize rather than take action. At times, these personalities may intensely deliberate with themselves in their heads, wrestling with their options until the last possible moment. Me, completely me. To avoid feeling frustrated, unfulfilled, or incapable, INFPs need to make sure that they take decisive steps to turn their dreams and ideas into reality. This video series. In search of a calling. People with this personality type tend to feel directionless or stuck until they connect with a sense of purpose for their life. For many, this purpose has something to do with uplifting others. And while they want to help anyone and everyone, INFP's personalities need to focus their energy and efforts, otherwise they can end up exhausted. That's probably the reason why I felt so exhausted sharing those things that I was sharing. But I'm trying to avoid the same things now that I'm doing some self-care at the moment, at the same time as well. Fortunately, like flowers in the spring, an INFP's creativity and idealism can bloom even in the darkest of seasons. Although they know the world will never be perfect, they still care about making it better however they can. This quiet belief in doing the right thing may explain why INFP personalities so often inspire compassion, kindness and beauty wherever they go. Then there's strengths and weaknesses. INFP strengths. Empathetic. Really now? Empathetic. Good job, Yuso. People with the INFP personality type, mediators, don't just care about those around them in an abstract sense. They can actually feel another person's emotions, from joy and elation to sorrow and regret. Because of their sensitivity, these personalities tend to be thoughtful and kind-hearted, and they hate the idea of hurting anyone, even unintentionally. Yep. Generous. INFPs rarely enjoy succeeding at others' expense. They feel called to share the good things in their lives, give credit where credit is due, and uplift the people around them. These personalities want to contribute to a world where every voice is heard and no one needs to go unmet. Open-minded. Tolerant and accepting, INFPs try not to judge anyone's beliefs, lifestyle or decisions. This is a personality type that prefers compassion to fault-finding. Many feel empathy even for those who have done wrong. Because they're so accepting, INFPs often become confident for their friends and loved ones, and occasionally for total strangers. This video series completely sharing the things that I'm going through open-mindedly to anyone who's watching this. Sharing my deepest, innermost thoughts in order to help someone else. Creative. INFP's personalities love to see things from unconventional perspectives. Few things give them more pleasure than allowing their mind to wander through all sorts of ideas and possibilities and daydreams. It's no wonder then that many INFPs are drawn to creative pursuits, or that this personality type is well represented among writers and artists. Passionate. INFPs contain a deep well of passion, primarily driven by their profound empathy, strong internal values and ceaseless curiosity about the human experience. When an idea or movement captures their imaginations, these individuals want to give their whole heart to it. People with the INFP personality type may not always be outspoken, but that doesn't diminish their strong feelings for a cause that speak to their beliefs and convictions. I'm outspoken, but I need to practice speaking. So it's not, doesn't sound so terrible. Idealistic. INFP's personalities strive to follow their conscience even when doing the right thing isn't easy or convenient. They rarely lose sight of their desire to live a meaningful, purpose-filled life, one that helps others and leaves the world a better place. INFP weaknesses. Unrealistic. Nothing in this world is perfect, and that can be a difficult truth for INFPs to accept. Yep. People with this personality type can be hopeless romantics with rose-colored visions that their lives should be like. This can set them up for disappointment. Reality inevitably falls short of their dreams. Self-isolating. Me. INFP's personalities long to connect with others, but they don't always know how. Especially in new environments, they may be reluctant to put themselves out there in ways that would help them make new friends or become involved in a new community. As a result, people with the INFP personality type may sometimes feel lonely or isolated. Yellow. Unfocused. INFP's imaginative introspective nature doesn't always lend itself to productivity. Many people with this personality type may get frustrated how difficult they find it to buckle down and get things done. The problem isn't that they are incapable, rather it's that INFPs run into problems when they become so caught in different ideas and ideals that they fail to commit to a course or action. Emotionally vulnerable. Yep. The emotional attunement of these personalities is among their greatest strengths, but unless they can establish boundaries, they can be at a risk of absorbing other people's negative moods or attitudes, and this can be detrimental to their personal peace and productivity. As INFPs are most likely personality type to say negative As INFPs are the most likely personality type to say negative emotions get in the way of their ability to think clearly. Okay? Oh yeah, it says that negative emotions get in the way to think clearly. Yeah. Now I understood. Took a while. Too eager to please. Conflict tends to be stressful for INFPs who yearn for harmony and acceptance. When someone dislikes or disapproves them, these personalities may become fixated on trying to clear the air and change that person's mind. They might even take the responsibility and apologize for things that are not their fault at all, in an effort to make sure that they are in everyone's good graces. This makes so much sense. Unfortunately, INFP's desire to please others can drain their energy, eclipsing their inner wisdom and their awareness to their own needs. Self-critical. The INFPs believe in their unique potential and they desperately want to live up to it, but this can cause them to have unrealistic expectations for themselves. When these personalities fail to live up to these visions, they may accuse themselves of being useless or selfish or woefully inadequate. Taken too far, this self-criticism can discourage INFPs, leading them to give up on their dearest dreams. Then there's a section, feeling self-critical right now. Before going to the next section, scroll up to reread your strengths and let them serve as a reminder of how much you can give to this world. I need to remind myself more of my strengths rather than focus on my weaknesses. That's my biggest problem. And then there's romantic relationships. This spot on. People with INFP personality type mediators are dreamers and idealists. Especially when it comes to romance, INFPs believe in the power and beauty of true love, and they sincerely hope to never settle for anything less. It's fair to say that that INFP personalities approach the world of romance with high expectations, they may have spent years daydreaming about the perfect relationship, imagining how it would feel to share their innermost selves with another person. But the reality of dating can come as something of a shock, forcing them to grapple with the challenging question. If they want to be in a relationship, will they have to compromise on their ideals? And that's what I have been compromising. For an INFP personality, an ideal relationship of any kind is one in which both people can feel comfortable sharing not just their wildest hopes and dreams, but also their secrets, fears, and vulnerabilities. Yeah. Hopeless romantics. INFPs don't want to just find a partner, they want to connect with a soulmate. Thoughtful and open-minded, these personalities are generally willing to consider going out with all sorts of people. INFPs pride themselves in their ability to look past a potential partner's superficial traits such as appearance, social status, or possessions, and focus on deeper, more meaningful signals of compatibility. INFP personalities share the belief that two people can come together in a relationship that make each other better and happier than they were before. But it would be a mistake to think that INFPs don't have preconceived standards for a significant other. With their active minds and imaginations, people with the personality type tend to develop and carry with them a vision of their ideal partner, a vision that may be based on a favorite fictional character, a person they once knew, or simply the stories they've told themselves about how love should look. When they meet someone new, most INFP's personalities can't help but compare that person with the ideal soulmate they've envisioned. Unsurprisingly, such comparisons tend to weed out more than a few potential partners. It can be difficult, and if not impossible, for a real flesh and blood person to live up to this type's cherished dreams. Making effort. With time, many INFPs come to learn that true love doesn't just magically happen, it takes compromise. Understanding and work. After all, no partner is perfect, and even the most beautiful relationships have their challenges. Fortunately, people with this personality type can find a great deal of joy in the effort that it takes to strengthen a relationship. When they fall in love, INFPs reveal just how much passion trumps beneath their quiet exteriors. Devoted and thoughtful, they often express their affection through written words, handmade gifts, or meticulously planned experiences that resonate with their partner's interests. For example, me, that is going to these Temptation Island things and try my best to show how much I care and show how much I try not to hurt. But that's completely another topic. I will actually make a video on that at some point, because the English followers of this channel don't really know any of that. I've been only speaking it in Finnish, and most likely the English followers of this channel have been like, oh, what is going on here? It's crazy. But I will explain everything in due time. But let's continue this. They also tend to respect their partner's independence, aiming to accept their partner as they are. That said, these personalities also want to help their partner learn, grow, and pursue their goals. INFP personalities use their compassion and insight to understand the people they care about, and they draw on their creativity to make their partner feel special. INFPs are always dreaming up ways to improve themselves and the world around them. And the last thing they want is for their partner to feel unhappy or stuck. Many people with this personality type dedicate themselves to helping their partner improve their life. While this is a noble goal, they must be sure to keep track of their own needs and make sure that their partner is really ready to change. Provided they do, INFP's support and devotion can make all the difference in their partner's life. Finding what's real. INFP personalities tend to promote harmony over disagreement. Although this lends stability to their relationship, it can also lead to problems. To steer and clear of conflict, they may avoid talking openly about things that are bothering them. Instead, they might mentally fixate on the problem or try to solve it on their own. INFPs also focus on making their partner happy to the detriment of their own priorities and sense of self. Their tendency to internalize their feelings can make INFPs susceptible to hurt. Disappointments and heartbreaks hit hard, often leading them to retreat into their shell. People with this personality type may need to remind themselves that open, honest communication is necessary in a relationship, even if it isn't always easy. In fact, such moments of candor can transform a relationship for the better. Despite these challenges, INFPs remain steadfast in their search for true emotional connection. To love and to be loved authentically is their ultimate romantic goal, making their approach to love a profound, beautiful journey guided by their sensitive heart. As long as they communicate openly, INFP personalities are more than capable of staying true to themselves in a relationship and encouraging the person that they care about to do the same. Friendships. When it comes to their social life, people with the INFP personality type mediators may find themselves caught in a web of contractions. INFPs crave alone time, but they're also vulnerable to loneliness. They long to feel accepted and well liked, but they hate the idea of pretending to be anyone but their authentic self. And while these personalities hesitate to draw attention to themselves, they don't want to be invisible either. So it's a struggle actually here. I'm actually making these videos. I'm practicing my extrovertism so I could move on from inner to outer. That's what I'm doing with this. The good news is that in the company of true friends, INFPs can escape the hamster wheel of these insecurities and focus on what really matters. For these personalities, friendship is a precious commodity, an opportunity for two people to lift each other up and change each other's lives for the better. INFPs truly believe in the old saying that a friend in need is a friend indeed. Few things bolster their sense of purpose like being there for someone they care about. Perhaps because of their intense investments in these relationships, INFPs tend to feel most fulfilled by spending time with small, intimate circle of friends. I have around 5 friends, a bit more. That is a small, close circle. Quality trumps quantity for these sometimes shy personalities. I'm not that shy anymore. So maybe I'm more relating to the I'm not quite extroverted, but not that much introverted either. Maybe I'm ambiverted, so I'm going between ENFP and INFP. But definitely not that shy. Not that shy at all. So that part doesn't, but sometimes, yeah, it doesn't say always, sometimes shy personalities, as they prefer a relationship with depth where they can share their wildest hopes, dreams and fears without having to worry about being judged. And yet I'm sharing all this this journey and these videos. Someone will probably judge it. And if someone judges, it's bad. Or well, it's not bad, but I need to focus on that when someone says something hurtful or judges what I'm doing, so it doesn't go under my skin. Acquaintances may come and go, but their inner circle likely includes some lifelong friends. I've known my friends for a very long time. Searching for a kindred spirit. Although INFPs are warm and accepting, they don't always find it easy to make friends. This may be because superficial casual relationship can leave these personalities feeling a bit empty. INFPs are looking for lasting, authentic friendships with people who share their desire to think and feel deeply and do the right thing and to give more to the world than they take from it. They enjoy delving into deep philosophical discussions and exploring different ideas, often bridging the gap between reality and fantastical. Among kindred spirits, people with this personality type feel accepted and understood, happy to be themselves and bloom in their own time. This is actually the discussions part. I discuss with my little brother everything. My little brother is, well, he understands me the most. That said, this type is capable of befriending all such as people. INFP's combination of the intuitive and prospecting personality traits draws to them dispersed perspectives which help them to appreciate friends whose experiences and worldviews are totally different from their own. These personalities may actually find it invigorating to connect with someone who on the surface has little in common with them. Friends for life. When INFPs befriend someone, they may secretly or not so secretly hope to stay close with that person for life. These personalities are capable of strong, stable relationships marked by passionate support, subtle poetic wit, and profound level of emotional insight. Long-standing friendships tend to draw out less obvious aspects of this personality type, including a fierce protective streak. Many INFPs find that they can stand up for their friends in ways that they'd struggle to manage for themselves. Although INFP personalities value their friendships, they also need personal space and alone time in order to recharge this. At times, people with this personality type may withdraw from even their closest friends in order to reconnect with themselves and restore their energy, as introverts often do. So in that way, I completely, this is me. I need my recharge time, I need my alone time. If I don't have my alone time, I don't have any energy. These departures are usually temporary, but INFPs need to make sure that their friends don't feel snubbed by their absence. Even as their friendships grow stronger, INFPs' enigmatic qualities never truly vanish. All in all, navigating INFP friendships is a deeply personal and emotionally enriching journey. Their friendships are marked by unhindered empathy, intellectual explorations, an incredible depth of understanding, making them one of the most cherished friends to have. And then is parenthood. Well, I'm a father, I have 2 kids, so let's see what it says here. Parenthood for people with the INFP personality type mediators is a life journey. But even as they find their own way through the world, these personalities feel called to help others embark on their own journeys toward meaning, fulfillment, and happiness. In their understood, non-domineering way, INFPs love guiding others to learn and grow, and parenthood can be incredibly rewarding opportunity for them to do exactly that. From the start, INFP parents aim to be warm, caring, and open-minded. People with this personality type delight in their children's wide-eyed wonder of the world, and they want to give their children freedom to form their own opinions, discover their own interests, and grow into their unique selves. INFP parents counterbalance these freedoms by creating stable foundation of support and acceptance in the hopes that their children never forget just how much they are loved. Sensitive and perceptive INFP's personalities attune themselves to their children's needs and perspectives. They want to know their children as unique, multidimensional individuals rather than projections of themselves. Coping with challenges. INFPs may enjoy raising free spirits, but that doesn't mean that they're totally hands-off. They want to teach key values to their children, including honesty, equity, and the importance of caring for others. They also want their children to understand the meaning of personal responsibility, especially when it comes to not harming others or taking advantage of people for personal gain. Like parents of any personality type, INFPs inevitably face challenges. They take their parenting responsibilities seriously, so it can feel like a personal failure when their children misbehave in ways both large and small. These personalities may be especially upset when they see their children behaving in ways that don't seem considerate or ethical. With their hyperactive conscience, INFP parents may blame themselves for their children's misbehavior, or even when doing so isn't reasonable or productive. When their children do something wrong, INFP's personalities may find themselves wondering, have I failed as a parent? The danger is here that they might become so focused on blaming themselves that they don't establish appropriate consequences for their children's actions. Discipline may not come easily to people with INFP personality type, but when balanced with their caring, gentle nature, it can be a powerful tool in their mission to teach their children the difference between right and wrong. Balancing structure with spontaneity. INFP parents naturally want to serve as good role models. They try to show their children the best side of themselves, keeping their problems, negative emotions, and frustrations under wraps. This can preserve a sense of harmony in the household, helping their children feel safe and cared. By the same token, INFPs often try to shield their children from the greater problems of the world. This is certainly appropriate when their children are young, but eventually they need to find ways to talk through tougher issues with their little ones. Another hurdle for many parents with this personality type is establishing practical day-to-day structures and rules for their children. Unfortunately, INFP personalities can use their creative energy to impose boundaries without Unfortunately, INFP's personalities can use their creative energy to impose boundaries without stifling their children's curiosity and enthusiasm. These parents have a remarkable ability to put themselves in other people's shoes and this enables them to come with secrets, with schedules and rules that truly work for their children's individual needs. When they balance structure with spontaneity, INFPs can help their children grow into most caring, responsible, and joyful selves. People with this personality type are driven by a profound sense of duty and love toward their children. As natural dreamers and free spirits themselves, they place an incredible amount of faith in their children's unique abilities. And aspire to support their passions whether they lead to prosperity or not, emphasizing the beauty of pursuing that genuinely resonates in their kids' hearts. Career paths. Many people with the INFP personal type mediators long for a career that doesn't just take care of bills, but also feel personally fulfilling. They want to spend their days doing something that they genuinely love, preferably without too much stress or drama. For INFPs, ideal career path should feel like a calling, not just a job. And if it doesn't involve too many draining social interactions or phone calls, so much better. Even the idealists, these personalities might struggle to find a profession that meets their practical needs and fulfills their dreams. INFPs may drift in frustration, waiting for the perfect job to present itself, eventually feeling stuck or worried that they're not living up to their potential. The question of whether to settle for a less than ideal position can weigh heavily on people with this personality type. Alas, there's no such thing as perfect job. Unfortunately for INFPs, their creativity, independence, and sincere desire to connect with others, and help others can help them shine and find fulfillment in nearly any line of work. Yeah. This is gonna be a long video if I read all of this. But I think the most important parts I already said. I will maybe. But anyways, that personality type thing, you can find the test actually from that site. What was it again? 16personalities.com. I recommend you to check that out and find out what personality type resonates with you. But for me, that INFP resonates the most. And now I'm beginning to understand why I've been not acting. Well, acting. Why I have been the way I have been. Now doing this self-development and self-studying, studying myself, reflection what it is. Doing reflection daily on how I'm doing and what I'm doing and how I've been doing, and thinking about a lot of things in my head. A lot of things. But yeah, I think that's the video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, put up a like. Comment whatever you feel like commenting. Subscribe. And share this video if this message resonates with you. All the best. Stay strong. I will see you in the next video. Until then, God bless and all glory to God. See you.